All right, welcome back. I'm Quagmire, and this is Westbridge Hills. This is the new farmer. So if you were to come in, you get the 100,000, and this is the way they set the farm up for you. You do have your house. You have a couple sheds over there to the left. Some basic equipment, and most of these buildings are just for decoration. They're not actually being used for anything, or can be used for anything. So you do get the mechanic shop there. That does work, but all those red barns, they're just decoration. You have seed cell points, fertilizer. You get the chicken pen right there. So you can start making money rather quickly. I do like that wall that's cut in there. Nice little path, and that's a nice size field to start with, but as you'll see what I did to that field. I, of course, moved the chicken pen. Um, Person I was playing with at the time requested this mechanic shop, so I had to find a place. And this is a large map. I didn't feel like driving the equipment all over the map, so as you can see, I took a nice piece of that field out. The way it's cut in, the workers still work it. You just have to set them to go back and forth. Uh, Send them in one direction and then change the direction. The basics from my first before and after on Fellsburn. This was my second map that I designed. So a lot of the mods are the same. I was playing with people, so I didn't want to add a bunch of mods and change things around, and they have to add them. And the one person I was playing with was at 98%, so they really didn't want to add a bunch of different mods to their lineup. It was hard enough to get them to get the ones that I have here that you're seeing. So that said, now that I play on my own, I can put whatever mod I want in whatever map I want. So that's what you'll be seeing from here on out. Looking forward to doing my No Man's Land. I like that Russian style uh, silo there, but unfortunately it doesn't hold like straw, hay, and grass and such, so you have to have secondary silos. Over here by the dealership, I decided to make this my forestry division, as I always like to put one in. That way, if anyone joins in on one of my maps, there's more than enough to do. There's a little of everything, so you can try it all. We got plenty of trees there. I got poplar, and the people I was playing with were goofing around, and I probably should have cleaned this up, but it's fun. So we got a tractor on the roof of the wood chips silo there. But I have everything you need for the trees. You got the log cell point, you got the wood chipper, and the wood chipper cell point, and wood chip silo, and a poplar. So plenty of wood chips to sell. I wanted to try out forage harvesting, so that was another reason to do the poplar. And these guys started to make a mess, and then I really haven't seen them again. So we will build other farms on other maps, and we will do it with the mods that I have and the mods that I want to use. I have a plan for that shipping container house right there. So this here, that's our forestry division. Plenty to do here on this map. If you ever want to join in, if I'm ever playing on it. Didn't do much with the biogas. Again, back to forage harvesting. We were doing corn, so we were filling this up fast. Because when we get a little bit further along here, when you see what my plans were for the cows, and what my idea here was for the farm, was primarily to be a dairy farm. I mean, this is a rather large cow pen. I'd like to use it on another map, but I think it's only exclusive to this map. I haven't seen it as a mod. I could be wrong. I've spent hours in the mod shop, but not enough that I can say I've seen everything. I made some pretty significant changes to this area over here that you're about to see. It really is a nice cow pen. You do have, again, the same buildings being used over and over again. You're only losing one slot for each one, so they are there just to fill space and for decor. You can't use either one of those barns. So me, I decided to go with the corporate industrial dairy farm. So I went with this mod here, this cow shed. I don't know if you want to call it a shed. Will hold 500 cows. So once it is full, I never actually got a chance to let it get completely full. I'm sure we would be producing milk at a massive rate. So the idea was, yes, we're going to forage harvest corn for silage. I got wheat and barley going to feed the chickens and produce straw. And then on the other side, I have a grass field for making hay. So there's my TMR. And plus the straw, I can also, and the hay, I can also make pellets, which right there in that building directly in front of us is the pellet building. And the machine there, which is what crushes the straw and hay and makes it into pellets. I'll be showing you a little bit of that later. Got all my sell and buy stations up at the top. I usually only put a buy station in. In this case, it's because if I run behind in TMR, because I'm working this map by myself, I can fall behind in some of the work. So you never know when you need to just have an emergency supply of TMR to sell. And this map again was built before the TMR silos, so I would like to take out that bale sell point and change it to a TMR station, TMR silo mixing station. So this map could use some changes, but yeah. So that is my industrial dairy farm pellet industry. And yeah, so again, this was the first time I tried forage harvesting. Kind of liked it. You just put the trailer there, come along, hook another trailer on. Yeah, dump one trailer out. This corner here cost me $4 million, believe it or not, because the rocks up there to the right, I had to buy the lower half of the map, which also goes along the bottom and then up the right side of the map. So I had to buy a huge part of the map just to paint that little corner in there. Interesting. So yeah, I was thinking about replacing this with one of the TMR stations. TMR silo. And I would have to put a storage silo in here because, again, that Russian silo doesn't hold much. I enjoy this building. You never get to see the cows being milked, though. You can walk inside this building. You can go up inside the offices. If you're wondering how I'm easily going in and out of the building, I say this in every video I've ever made about this game. If you don't have it and you don't know about it, you need to get it. It is the cancel camera collision. Yeah, you want to go to the mod shop, you want to go to game, yeah, you'll find it. But yeah, disable camera collision is what you want to do. It allows you to go in buildings, and if you're someone like me who likes to design what you're doing, yeah, it's helpful. So anyway, I've rushed this portion of the video along here. This is the pellet. So you fill the machine up and it bags it up for you, and then it stacks the pallets, and then it'll wrap them for you, and boom, there you go. Didn't want to spend too much time on that, but most of you have done it. If you haven't done it, it's time consuming, but it's actually kind of fun. So yeah, my chicken farm over here. Try to build the farm as I'm, kind of have a little story in my head. So the family started out over in this little area here, and they slowly bought more land and expanded. And unfortunately, yes, I had to tear into that field right there to fit to get that shed in there, that mechanic shed. It's nice. I just think it should have a built-in car wash if it's going to be that big. I mean, you have three doors. Two doors should be for repairs. One should be for washing. But I had to put a pressure washer outside the door. Yeah, so we have our, that's our farm. Still some work to be done. I always have more painting to do. All the roads aren't finished. But it was at a point, again, I was kind of limited to my mods because of the people I was playing with. But I have since, they've moved on, I moved on. And, yeah, we're going to take a little run around here. We got our selling point for milk and soybean and egg, and there's our straw and cotton. Yeah, that's our selling. Again, milk, eggs. And there's our pallet of pellets. Sell point. Fertilizer. Some little extra storage. And these buildings are nice. You can actually, in the large one here, you can fit 4 harvesters. If you park them close together, you can definitely fit 4 in there, which I always do. These barns worked out perfectly because that blue trailer fits with that little cutout. So these are interesting. You have to use the door to go in, and then to open up that door because you have to pull that piece of wood out. That's the house. I had to use the silo though, because with the road going around there like that with the little ramp, yeah, it's a cool look. I like delivering to my silo, bringing the trailers around. Throw some flags in there, throw a couple billboards or the signage, which does light up, and you get yourself, nice little industrial, little commercial farm going. Like I said, that trailer fits perfectly under that barn with the cutout there, and it's a pull through. So since it's hard to back those trailers up, it's nice to just be able to pull it right through there. So that's this portion of the. That's my Westbridge Hills. Again, that's the sell point for potato, straw, hay, cotton. And we're going to take a quick peek at this at night. I didn't do a lot because it is such a big map, and I was using up a lot of my slots, so I limited myself to the lights, just enough to bring it out. Most of the buildings have a lot of their own. I do use my spotlights, which those spotlights, like the one right there on the left, have had a upgrade or an update. So they now have a 360. So I could change out a lot of these other lights and probably cut my lights down, but make it a lot brighter in here. But I kind of like it the way it is. So, and I hope you like it the way it is, and I hope you subscribe, and hope you enjoyed my Westbridge Hills. Yeah, so look forward to my next one. I'm planning on doing one for my no man's land that I have turned into a large river map, or river farm, I should say. Yep, so that's our cow farm at night. All lit up, ready to go. So, alright guys. Subscribe, like, share, tell a friend. Help me build my channel. Peace out. Thanks for watching.